Hello everyone. Well, they say a week is a long time in politics, and it certainly feels like that at the moment. But goodness, so much has happened since I last filmed my update. I remember sitting here looking into the camera, and it was literally 2 days since I've been on ITN, announcing the fact that the government had agreed to give £25 million to hospice and palliative care services across England. It is a most welcome first step, yes, but structurally we need to look at the funding for hospices. They're spending £1.4 billion a year, and £1 billion of that is coming from the public in terms of fundraising. Well, since then we've been working so hard with NHS England, and in particular Jonathan Ellis and the policy and advocacy team here at Hospice UK, trying to get the money out of the door, trying to work out how we allocate it across hospices. Of course, we did find out it's new money from the Treasury, which is great, but what that meant is that we had to get the money allocated before an announcement of a general election. And I'm thrilled to say that the money has left the Treasury. Now, you'll have seen in Hospice Leaders Briefing this week that there's more information about how the money can be allocated. It had to go through CCGs. It was the only way of getting the money out of the door quickly enough. But we've made sure that the way that the CCGs and the STPs will come together to give this money to local hospices is as flexible as possible. Now, we want to make sure that you can all have the conversations that you need to have locally, but we also want to hear and feedback as to how those conversations are going and how the money is being allocated. So you're about to see an email address pop up. Please do feedback how this is going in your local area, because we're working with NHS England on that. Now, of course, because it's new money, that means that the money will also be replicated through the Barnett formula, and we're working with Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland to look at how that money will be allocated to those hospices. We're also making sure that we work on the second commitment by the Prime Minister on this long-term review of hospice sustainability. And we're already working with NHS England to look at some short-term objectives and some longer-term as well. So please do keep an eye out in Hospice Leaders Briefing for an update on this. It's been an incredible 10 months, and we've achieved so much in the hospice movement. It's not just been about sustainability, but also about evolution and revolution. And I couldn't be prouder to work with the hospice sector. We're literally now just a few weeks away from our national conference in Liverpool from the 20th to 22nd of November. If you haven't booked your place, please do go online. We do have a few tickets left. We've got a fantastic array of speakers, from Chief Nursing Officer Ruth May through to Mark Britnell, who works for KPMG, and he's a global expert in workforce. We wanted to make this conference really practical. It's not just about theory, but it's about learning from other people about some of the problems and challenges and opportunities that we've had across the hospice sector, but also across healthcare and social care, and looking globally for some of these solutions as well. So we want to make sure that it's a time for working with each other, for networking, for enjoying our conference, but also making sure that we all teach and we all learn from each other. So please do join us in Liverpool. Have a look at the Hospice UK website. If you haven't signed up, we would love to see you there. It's all about evolution and revolution, and it's time to get practical. Well, speaking of big events, I'm sure like yourselves, I'm still trying to catch my breath after Hospice Care Week, and this year it was phenomenally successful. The theme of This Is What It Takes was so picked up by all the hospices, but also members of the public as well, and used in so many innovative and different ways. I particularly like the petrol pumps that St Luke's in Plymouth used to capture the public imagination. But there was literally so much going on. And whether you used it to talk about care, or whether you used it to talk about fundraising, or literally just what it takes to keep the hospice going year in, year out, day in and day out in local communities, I think it really got that message across about the fact that hospice care is about all of us and about our communities. We had some terrific events in Hospice Care Week. I just want to highlight the event that we ran in the Senedd in Wales, which brought so many people together. But really, hospices shouted out the message from the widest points of the UK, all the way from Cornwall Hospice to Southern Area Hospice in Northern Ireland, from Priscilla Bacon in Norfolk to Bethesda Hospice on the Isle of Lewis. Everybody was talking about Hospice Care Week. And of course, people were having fun, from Go Yellow and all the different activities going on. And if you want to remind yourself of the different quizzes and the different things happening, then please do check out our website. There's still lots of information about Hospice Care Week there. Of course, on the Dying Matters front, it's very busy at the moment. If you can't wait till May for our Dying Matters Week, then we're actually running a campaign this week called I Remember on social media. do go and take a look. It's a really good opportunity to talk about family members and people that have died that we want to remember and celebrate. We're kind of channeling Halloween and Mexican Day of the Dead with this, but it's again a way of us all to come together to remember and to talk about death, dying and grief. If you don't know anything about it and you want to get involved, here's the website. Please do go and take a look, and please do get involved in social media. And finally, I just wanted to share the fantastic news that Hospice UK has been selected as the charity partner for the next 2 years with Deutsche Bank. It's a terrific opportunity for all of us, and we're working at the moment with the Deutsche Bank team to map out what that will mean. So please do look for further details in due course. The partnership will run from the 1st of January next year all the way to 2021 and to the end of that year. So please look out for ways that you can get involved. There will be grant schemes for hospices, and it's a terrific opportunity for all of us. I'll be back with my next update just before Christmas, but in the meantime, I look forward to seeing you all at the National Conference in Liverpool from the 20th to the 22nd of November.